You know what would make this fun? Why? I mean, if it's a looser episode, and not to mention we're talking about a movie that kind of let both of us down, we should, and I understand if you don't want to do it, because it's early in the morning for you, you know? I mean...
No, I'm good. I'm wide awake. I got a Red Bull.
Alright, I was honestly thinking about taking a shot of vodka right now, just because.
Ooh.
Because it's been such a busy, long week.
Do I have to do it too?
Yeah, you have to take... I mean, it could be of anything, but I'm about to...
I had some Kahlua earlier.
Oh, I'd rather have that.
I just day drink now. I'm so sad.
Hey, I don't encourage it. I don't, endorse it, but,
Quinn's peer pressuring me. Help.
No, but this week was literally so,
shit.
nonstop fucking stressful, at work that, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, there were times where as soon as I got in my apartment, I'm like, okay, let's just take a shot. Let's just loosen up. This sucks.
There are sometimes when I get home and I'm like, okay, where's the fucking rope? I've just had enough. It's
oh, God.
So stupid. So sometimes work just gets you down and we need a shot of vodka, so I'm gonna go.
That's true. Okay, I'm gonna get one now. I've got a big old shot. Look at that. That's huge.
Good lord.
I know, that's a lot. I mean...
You madman. There's probably that much within this drink anyway, but it's still mixed with Red Bull.
Oh man, this is gonna be terrible. Okay. Cheers.
You can do it, I believe.
Alright. Cheers. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Ugh. Straight rubbing alcohol. That is just straight rubbing alcohol. Oh my god. I have nothing to chase it with either. I just drank the rest of my, drink.
You can get something else if you want, I guess.
God. Yeah.
Don't die.
No, I'm gonna get my, Sprite. Hang on.
Okay.
You know what's the bad thing about this Sprite? I only have one Sprite bottle left in my fridge, and I remember that I poured, a ton of this into it, too.
Oh my god, Quinn.
It's been that kind of week. This is at least half the Sprite bottle is, UV blue vodka.
I want to say I'm going to give Quinn an intervention right now, but I'd have to give myself one at the same time.
Hey, it's Friday. I've had a long week. I'm gonna maybe go out tonight. I don't know.
There are clubs where you are, aren't there?
Not really. I mean, we've got a bar that has, a dance floor, I guess, but it's barely a club, and it's really nothing much. It's really
that
not.
Sucks.
There's just a whole, strip of a ton of bars in a row that we just, go through, but, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Should we just, do our usual thing of, going through what we watched recently? And all that?
Oh, yeah, let's do that. Besides the obvious one we're talking about today, what have you watched recently?
I watched Mass. Gave that an 8 out of 10.
Really
good. Just really, really fucking good. The acting carries it completely, but, it's just...
Nice.
I don't know, it just doesn't have, as much of a, rewatchability or, staying power, I don't think. It's very good, but it's, not the kind of movie you'd ever watch again.
Yeah.
And I rewatched Puss in Boots.
oh, yeah. Yeah. I remember you talking about
that movie still fucking slaps. 8 out of 10.
I've only seen bits of that. I mean, I gotta watch the whole thing. I've only seen bits.
It's pretty fun. And it's, surprisingly, really good looking.
Yeah.
Which is odd for, DreamWorks, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I watched Bad Luck Banging or Looney Porn. Have you heard of that?
No, what's that?
It's a 2021 movie. It was out in theaters here for a little bit. It is well and truly one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Oh shit! Really? Wow.
I fucking loathed it. I struggled so much to watch it because it was just. I saw the trailer when I was when I went to see Titane actually.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that looks cool. It markets itself as a movie where this woman is a teacher, and her sex tape gets leaked, and it's all during the pandemic and stuff like that. And it looked like it was a lot of fun, a good comedy.
Yeah,
that concept is fine, but it's not that at all. It's really not. What it is that plot line a little bit, and then everything else is this really in your face commentary about just everything. It's just going on and on about social issues, about every fucking thing, and it's the most pretentious fucking shit I've ever seen in my life. Holy fuck, I hated it.
Damn.
It was awful.
Damn.
It was so bad. So bad.
That kind of reminds me of because I think we both seen this movie, and I mean, we both thought it was okay, at least, or I'm sure you liked it a bit more than me, but it's kind of pandemic like took place during the pandemic, even though they didn't maybe not mention it, but and where it just keeps going on and on about like this thing or that thing, and people might have called it pretentious, but Malcolm and Marie, I don't know why I thought of that. Remember that movie? I don't know. Like
I liked it.
I thought it was okay.
I gave it a 7 out of 10. It's like not extremely memorable, but I think the acting carries it. But he lets like the director lets his like own voice get in there like way too much. Like that whole monologue that John David Washington went on about, where it was
that was
just,
what
like,
I had an issue with.
It's so not this character.
Kind of like with how you know, like you said with the house that Jack built, how you felt like it got to a point where it was like Lars von Trier just talking to you as opposed to the character. Like, that's what it felt like, for that movie as well. But
it was just that one scene that really brought it down for me. But like, it's like the moments where it feels like it's actually them just talking about their relationship and it's just them one-on-one. Like, it feels sincere enough, which I really liked. Yeah, but it's not like a great movie or anything, but it was very good.
I thought it was, the
acting carries it. But yeah, don't watch Bad Luck Banging or Looney Corn. It fucking sucks.
Yeah.
It gets like a decent amount of praise too, which like really annoys me. I just wrote like in my letterbox thing, like, it's just the director having a wank over how woke he thinks he is. And I have no doubt reviews like this turn him on even more.
Oh, man. You know, that's so weird. Like, that reminds me, another movie, though, that feels like that. And it's literally by Sam Levinson, same director as Malcolm and Marie. But it's fucking Assassination Nation. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
I feel like you'll hate it just like I did. I gave it like 1 star. It is just the most bullshit woke, like I'm not opposed to feminism, but it's like ultra to the extreme to where it's like shoving it down your throat. Like, it's pretty rough. Like, it's not good. And just avoid that movie at all costs. It's so bad. Assassination Nation. It's fucking terrible.
I'm kind of interested now.
I would like you to watch it just so
I have this weird thing where I like getting triggered. I like getting triggered by something.
Then that'll do it. That'll do it, because I'm sure you'll be in the exact same boat I was with that movie.
It leads to some good conversation or like ranting, I think.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, you know, sometimes like when you're watching it in the moment, it's like, fuck, this is
insufferable. Oh, I know, you're in hell. Yeah, I was in hell watching that. But anyway.
Okay, the next one I watched was X, and we'll talk about that later. I rewatched The God because I was really hungover, and I love that movie. It's one of my favorite comfort movies.
Dude, that's same. So you want to know why I rewatch movies so much? And Chandra gives me the same shit. She's like, "You're always rewatching movies." It's like, yeah, but that's because they're my comfort movies. And you're right. When I'm hungover, not saying I'm hungover a lot, but when I am, then I have to just rewatch something. I can't watch something new with a clear mind. Yeah. I need something like there to comfort me.
Yeah, no, I can't do that either.
Yeah. So like
for whatever fucking reason, I decided when I was like sort of coming off a high to watch Voyages. I still have no idea what the fuck was going through my mind to watch Voyages. That was like the last straw. I'm like, I'm only rewatching shit from now on.
What else has that director done? Because I mean, I thought I remembered.
Oh, I have no clue.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else, but...
Isn't it Neil Berger, whatever his name is?
Oh, fuck, yeah. Dude, he directed a movie called Limitless with Bradley Cooper, and it's not like... Okay, maybe technically it's not this, like, amazing masterpiece.
And Divergent.
But Limitless was... See, I love Limitless so much. That was like one of the main movies that got me through my parents' divorce. Like, I would just after it happened, because it was 2011, the same year, and it came out on DVD, and we got it, and like I would just rewatch it every day, and it would just take me out of reality, and it was just I love that movie so much. So yeah. Anyway. Damn, this vodka must be hitting me already because I'm opening up about stuff I didn't plan on. But no, that's fuck it. Everybody's getting the inside scoop on me, I guess.
That's fine. We'll get all in. My dad left when I was 3. Way.
Oh no. Oh no. Well.
All right. Anyway, I've got 2 more. I watched Old. Finally.
Oh yeah. Oh man, that could be a whole.
We can discuss that. We'll discuss that later.
Oh man.
And then I watched Raya and the Last Dragon.
I have not seen that, but maybe I will eventually.
It seems like it's getting like sort of mid-tier or bottom-tier Disney status, I suppose, but it's like really good. Like it's really well done, I think, and it's like the fantasy elements in there are so cool. Like I really enjoyed it. It was really nice, and I cried because Disney. Yeah. Anyway, you can go through yours.
Let's see. I guess Titane or Titane, however you want to pronounce it. That
I think it's Titane.
Titane. Yeah, man. I
saw you watched it.
Yeah.
And I just sort of ignored the review because I'm like, I don't even want to talk about this with anyone at all.
Oh, just because of the
it feels like it's
experience.
So personal to me now.
Yeah, just because that whole like experience we had. Yeah.
No, it's not even that. It's just the movie as it is. It's just it hit me on a really personal level. It really did.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely liked it a lot more than me, which is great. But
I do get what you mean, though. It does take a really weird turn.
I loved, like I said in my review, my Letterboxd review, like I loved the first 30 minutes. The setup was amazing. Like I really thought I was gonna love this movie, but I think, okay, and this is light spoilers, I guess, but for that whole middle portion where it takes a turn and she basically, changes her whole look and poises as like this lost kid or whatever, then that's when I was like, I just wasn't a fan of just the direction the story took. It's as simple as that. The movie itself is fucking well made. Like it's a well made movie. It's just a more personal thing, I guess. I thought the story was going to be something else. It could totally change on rewatch for all I know, but
I mean, it is definitely about what you get out of it personally, I think. And if that doesn't work for you, then it doesn't work for you, and that's completely fine.
Yeah.
Like the main reason that I got so like affected by it was because I saw like this, central character where she's just like so clearly fucking broken, like as a person, like completely. And then you see like this other guy that's just, he's, older and he's gone through so much shit and he's also just completely fucking broken as a person. It's like basically like right at the end, like, and this is like deep spoilers, I suppose.
Yeah.
Like when she actually gives like birth or whatever, and he's just like sort of freaking out, like what the hell? This is so fucked up. But it's like, it feels like in that split second moment, he just had the choice of whether or not to say, this is still another human being, and I still need to care for them. I want to be there for them, and I'm as broken as they are, and like I'm as ugly as they are.
That's true.
That's why it hit me so hard. It's like that message there right at the end. I was just like, I'm so fucking overwhelmed. It was like, Jesus.
Yeah. No, I
don't know.
No, I agree with the...
It's different for everyone, though.
It is, and I think the beginning and the end I liked, but it was just that giant portion in the middle was just maybe a bit unengaging for me. I just, like I said, I didn't know the story was going to go that route, but...
I can get that.
But I totally agree, like, in the end, I do like the message, the fact that, like, the dad, he lost his... Didn't he lose his daughter,
No, he lost his son.
Yeah, his son went missing, and the main actress, her character, she, obviously her dad was the cause of her accident, and so she had a bad relationship with her dad, so it was almost like he was like a father figure to her, and then all of a sudden he gave him a new child, so they kind of filled those voids for each other's life. And I thought, that's a fucking beautiful message, but I don't know, my expectations were all over the place with that movie, so like I said, now that I know what it's about,
maybe it just takes like a lot of time to ponder, and also maybe a rewatch. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
I really think
even so, if you didn't like it all that much on rewatch, I'd still understand. It's a very, odd movie in many ways. And I'm not saying that to be like, oh, it's, too weird for you. Sorry, Quinn. It's like, it's not like anything like that.
No.
It's just, it is very strange, and it's not for everyone.
No, it's definitely not for everyone. Like, but I do like weird movies.
It's still my wallpaper.
It is?
I don't know if you can see that.
Nice. Yeah, I mean... it's kind of the same feeling I had about Raw, like the other movie this director did. Like, I just really well made, very weird, but maybe the direction the story took, I didn't know where it was taking me, and I was just not as invested as I thought I'd be. But they're both good movies. It's just they could both use rewatches, I guess. But
I think Raw, even though I still really love it, I can see that it's not perfect in terms of story or like anything like that, but like the presentation is still extremely strong.
Yeah.
But I mean, I could definitely see why people wouldn't like the story itself, and especially the ending. The ending is very jarring, but
yeah, it is.
You know,
but
it's still a great movie in my opinion.
Yeah.
I saw it in the exact same theater that I saw Titane.
Oh man. Wait till the next movie that director does, and you have to go to that same theater. And
she's one of my favorite up and comings. Like, I love her.
Oh, she's great.
She's just amazing.
I mean, regardless of how I feel about the movies, I mean, she clearly has a style. I mean, shit.
She has a lot of passion for it.
Yeah. But all right, so I guess next, this was a rewatch, and yeah, this is in itself. I mean, God, a lot of these could be like whole full-on discussions, but I mean, the next one was a rewatch of First Reformed. You're right, it's a 5-star movie. It totally is. It's fucking amazing. I love it. It's so good.
It hits hard.
Because yeah, it does. It hits hard. Like every piece of dialogue, just fucking like it's just like, you know, so profound. Every piece of dialogue.
Yeah. Just the themes that it explores, like, is so well done as well.
Yeah. Like, Paul fucking Schrader, like, holy crap.
Yeah.
He can just write anything. I mean, and you know how, obviously Taxi Driver is, like, arguably maybe my favorite movie of all time. So, yeah, it's like, it is like almost a modern, or like a spin on Taxi Driver. Like, it really is.
Yeah, it definitely has a lot of the same story beats.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean,
yeah.
I definitely loved it. My second time.
I love that elongated conversation that he has at the start, like at first with that the environmentalist like guy.
Yeah, that's one of the, I think that's maybe the best scene in the movie.
There's just so much good dialogue in that scene.
It's so good.
I mean, that, and also the like floating scene as well. Like,
the whole ending.
Nice.
The whole ending is just like you're on the edge of your seat. You're like, oh my god, what the fuck is going to happen here? Like,
yeah.
I mean, this time around, even though I knew it was going to happen,
so well.
It does. It really does. Gosh, yeah, I just love that movie. That and Taxi Driver are totally like a double feature right there. Like, First Reformed and Taxi Driver, but and then polar opposite. My next two watches. I finally watched all the Halloween movies, and I watched both of Rob Zombie's Halloween movies, and they're so bad. These movies are terrible. I gave both of them 0.5 stars.
Damn.
They're just both god awful. I mean, I'm not even exaggerating how bad they are. Like, basically, everything you could do wrong. I don't want to go on to rant too long, but like everything you could do wrong with a Halloween movie, Rob Zombie did, because he over-explained Michael Myers' backstory. He changed characters in ways that he shouldn't have changed, like Laurie Strode or Dr. Loomis. Pretty much every female character in the movie was just the most overly sexualized, overly exaggerated, like, just like, he's totally just a complete pervert. Rob Zombie is a pervert, I'm telling you. So, anyway, look, if you like those movies, anybody listening, that's great, but these just were some of the most insufferable, terrible movies I've ever had to sit through.
Sounds like shit.
Then I watched Drive My Car, which, I mean, I know we both just can't put into words how we felt about that movie. I mean, I still can't. I don't know.
I did a review on it, but I haven't posted it yet or anything. But yeah, it's just, there's no words. It really isn't.
No,
It's just a feeling. It really is just a feeling.
It is. You know, we could probably go on and on about what we liked about the movie, but I guess if I was to say the only things maybe I didn't like as much, just maybe the length and maybe the pace a bit. I mean, it's definitely a slow burn and it's a long movie, but I mean, it was still a great movie for sure, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I can see that. I watched it in theaters. I was like completely just warmed by it. Like, I just sat there, didn't take my eyes off the screen, and I was like, fuck, loved it.
It's a masterful fucking movie, and I don't know why, but I love like whoever the character is, the girl that is hired to drive him. Something about her, I don't know what it is. Like, she's just like fucking
she's so cool.
Yeah. But yeah. So I mean,
I also like I wrote in my review, but like, I loved, like, fucking power couple of the year, the sign language chick and the other guy.
Yeah.
They're so cute.
Yeah, I know. I love that reveals where, like, they went out to dinner with them and, like, oh, yeah, that's my wife. Like, it's like, yeah. That was
just
cool.
so nice.
Yeah, it was a very wholesome movie. And dude, the main actor should have gotten like nominated for something, because by the end you're like, holy shit, this guy can act. Like, he is great.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's really a film that like honestly builds so much. Like,
yeah, it does.
And toward the end, it just like feels like it explodes, but like not like in a big way or anything like that. It's just like such an emotional explosion of sorts, I suppose.
Yeah,
it's like everything feels bottled up for the whole movie, and then it's like
it's very subtle. The entire movie is very subtle, but it's like powerful at the same time. Yeah. Then I guess next I rewatched. Oh god, this movie fucked me up so bad the second time. But I rewatched Requiem for a Dream.
Oh boy!
And the first watch, for some reason, I don't know why it didn't hit me as hard. I feel like that should be the case, but the second watch, I literally felt like I couldn't breathe. I felt like nauseous, like I was gonna throw up, because I was like, this is...
It's weird. That's the exact same for Mother as well. Like, you just feel like you can't breathe.
That's true. Mother, but even... I mean, you've seen Requiem for a Dream, right? Like...
Yeah, it's one of my all-time favorites.
Okay, yeah.
I love that film.
But so, Mother definitely does that as well, but for some reason, Requiem for a Dream, it's so much more, I guess, maybe grounded or realistic, to the point to where, like...
Yeah.
That's why it hit me so hard, is like, this literally could happen, and it probably has happened to people, and it just, like... oh my gosh.
It's the most intense drug PSA of all time.
It is. Like, seriously, the last 30 minutes of that movie, it just... It's hard to say, but it could be the most depressing movie I've ever seen, without a doubt. Like, the most depressing.
It's up there.
Yeah.
It is really up there. I still think they should show that movie in schools. Get kids off drugs.
Totally. Yeah, that would freaking do it. That would do
Fuck them up real good.
Yeah. But, like... Even all the subject matter and depressing stuff aside, I really thought, like, I was just noticing technically, and I never go out of my way to notice technical shit about movies, because that can get boring talking about that, but, like, everything about the movie was so technically well made that it's one of the most technically well made movies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, just every fucking editing choice, it was just perfect. I was like, this is totally a 5-star. This is just fucking perfect.
Yeah.
But
it feels like every bit of, like, story in there was communicated like perfectly through the camera as well.
Yeah,
it's just every like shot choice that you could have wanted is like there.
Exactly. Yeah,
it's like perfectly done.
Yeah,
I still get like freaked out by like Christopher McDonald as that like presenter or whatever, like the TV presenter guy.
Oh yeah, you've seen
he just freaks me out now.
Have you seen Happy Gilmore?
Yeah.
It's so weird seeing his character, like they're both kind
you eat pieces of shit for breakfast.
No. God, Shooter McGavin. Fuck yeah, I'll always see him as Shooter McGavin. I'll never see him as anybody else. But yeah, I
always see him as the Requiem for a Dream guy now.
Yeah,
he's just scary.
He is.
Like that one sequence where he's like dancing around. What's her name? Ellen Burstyn's character.
In her apartment or whatever.
Fuck, stop!
I know, it's so disturbing. But next, I watched The Terminal, and. Yeah.
One of my best YouTube reviews.
Yeah, I didn't check out your review because, I mean, it was probably a while back, but, I mean, it was one of your first ones, but...
It's not a very great review. It's, like, all the points are there, but I just looked like shit the whole time.
I'm guessing...
But, like, the comments are hilarious.
Really? I'm guessing that we kind of fell on the same, like, points to the fact that, and, you kind of told me this, is that it's like really serious subject matter, but it's handled so goofy.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a goofy fucking movie. Like, there's like
cheesy.
It's cheesy. It's like cliche. I mean, you've got like a obligatory romance subplot. You've got like slapstick humor. It's like, what is this movie? It's so, and Tom Hanks doing a terrible Russian accent on top of it all. I'm just like, what the fuck is this?
So annoying.
It's such a weird movie, but I'm making it out to be bad right now. I gave it 3 stars out of 5. I still thought it was okay. I really did. But, I mean, for Spielberg, it's a freaking low point. It's probably my lowest rated Spielberg movie, to be honest. But
I'm just looking at the comments. It's like, I respect your wrong opinion. You literally have no business reviewing films.
Damn. Hey, any type of
Holy
publicity
shit.
is good publicity. That's what they say.
You have all caps. You have no idea about how deep this movie is because clearly you do not understand life.
What? Do you understand life?
What? Like, do you understand life?
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh, it's so
I
much
don't
fun.
know. It was, at the end of the day, it was an okay movie in my opinion, but it could have been so much better. It really could have been so much better. But if it was just handled more seriously.
I gave it a 4 out of 10 in that review, but I think if I rewatched it, I'd hate it more.
Oh really? Damn. Yeah, it's a goofy ass movie, but anyway.
It is a goofy ass movie.
But next I watched Tick Tick Boom, which surprised the hell out of me. I did not expect to like it as much as I did, and neither of us are like huge musical guys. We're really not. I mean, but I gave it 4 out of 5. I thought it was great. I mean, a lot of it is Andrew Garfield, I guess, and the message behind it, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought the music numbers were all right, but yeah, I don't know. Next, I watched The Lost Daughter. Pretty good. I gave it a 7 out of 10. Nothing much to say about it. The performances were good. And then after that, this was also a comfort rewatch, because it was just a long day at work and it was a bad day, but I rewatched Bronson. Fucking, I love that movie.
Yeah.
Yes, that movie's so fucking good. Like, it's my favorite Nicholas Winding Refn, without a doubt. Like, I love Drive on rewatch. I really did love Drive, but
Yeah.
Bronson is just like, it's so short and sweet. It's constantly funny and just intense at the same time.
It's extremely unique.
It is. It's so unique. Like, there's no other movie like it. Like, it's just so much fun. Like, it really is. Like, Tom Hardy's one of his...
Like I've told you, it's one of the 2 films that really got me into film.
Yeah.
Like, I fucking love Bronson.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's so good. And the music in there.
Oh, yeah, the music, yeah.
The music is so well done.
I just
Like,
love...
it's
And
so
I think
well utilized.
it is. The whole scene where he's in the mental institution and they're playing It's a Sin by the Pet Shop Boys, I think it is. He's just...
That dance.
Yeah. Like, that whole, like, oh my god. It was just perfect.
It's awesome.
Yeah, just, like, him stumbling through, like, just all drugged out, like... It was hilarious. But...
Even the like the opening to The Electrician by the Walker Brothers.
The opening where he's in the cage.
It's so good.
Yeah. That was that was an intense opening too. That was dark, but yeah.
It's great.
It is so good.
Such a good movie.
Yeah, it really is.
And there's so many quotable lines.
Oh,
too.
there is. Yeah. Like
Shut the fuck up, you cunt.
Yeah.
Quicker. Fuck off. Sit down.
Fuck off, sit down. There is a part in that scene where he's yelling out to the other guards, and he sounds just like his Bane. Like, he sounds like Bane, to where he's like, I've got a librarian in here, and he's gonna be in a lot of trouble. Yeah, I was like, holy shit, that's Bane. But, yeah, that was so good. And like, listen, Nursey, when am I going back to the slammer?
I fucking love that one sequence, like where he's doing the shit in front of the audience, and he does that whole thing. Fuck, what's the song again? Oh, hang on, fuck, it's right there. When I'm a rock and roll. When I'm a rock and roll.
No, that was so good.
So good.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite scenes though might be when he has half his face painted as like the nurse or whatever, and then he keeps flipping around, and I'm like, oh my god, he's flipping in between 2 like completely different performances, and it's just so perfect. Like, that's one of his best roles, and people don't really talk about it.
Probably is his best role.
It could be that,
so
and
good.
I don't know if you've seen Locke, but that's also an amazing role.
Oh yeah, Locke is amazing.
Locke and Bronson are like my top 2 Tom Hardy movies for sure.
Did you know one of the voices that he's like talking to in Locke is Olivia Colman from The Lost Daughter?
Oh really? I didn't know that. What the?
Yeah. This was before she was like popular in The Favourite and stuff. I sort of like saw her get like more popular, I suppose, because I used to watch like Peep Show all the fucking time. Mm-hmm. It's such a good show. It's like a British comedy show. It's fucking hilarious. But like, then all of a sudden she started getting more popular from like The Favourite and all that, and I'm like, whoa, what? Olivia Colman's popular.
Yeah,
Holy
I did
shit.
not know that. She must have been, I'm assuming, the wife in that phone call.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
Tom Hardy's great.
He is. And then then my most recent watch, which I, at the time of recording this, I literally watched yesterday in the theater, was X. So I know, we're definitely going to talk about that.
Do you want to talk about that first, or do you want to do Tick Tick Boom or Old?
I mean, I don't have a ton. I really don't have a ton to say about Tick Tick Boom, but I definitely have a lot of thoughts about X.
We can do that one first, then, if you want.
Okay, sure. Sorry, I know I just went to go pee, but all those drinks and shots just went right through me. I'll be like 1 minute.
That's right. There he is.
God, look at me day drinking, getting buzzed at 4:46 in the afternoon. Shit.
It's better than me. It's 5:40 a.m.
That's true. Hey, I mean, I did used to do that for one of my first jobs I hated. Then I would pull up to the parking lot. It was at a grocery store, and we had to do these morning shifts. And it got to a point to where it was so bad that I literally poured out half my bottle of Mountain Dew or whatever it was at the time and poured like the other half of vodka. And I just drank it and then went into work. And it was like, I was still able to work totally fine, but it made work so much better. It really did.
That's what I did like at work probably a few weeks ago. I just like had like a massive shot of vodka like in a flask, and I just like went, all right, let's go.
Dude, it makes work better. Not that I'm encouraging it yet again, but it does. I mean, yeah. But so you said get Tick Tick Boom out of the way pretty much?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want. So why did you like a shit movie? Well, I'm joking.
Damn.
I'm joking.
No, I know, but no.
We should just establish right away, Quinn gave it an 8 out of 10, I gave it a 4 out of 10.
I did. I really thought it was... And to be honest, maybe sometimes, since I'm not like you to where I do wait a bit before really thinking on a rating. I just kind of go with my gut and okay, 4 out of 10, that feels right. But there's times to where, it'll sit with me and maybe thinking on it drops a bit. So it's between a 7 and an 8.
Yeah.
But I still thought it was just... For a musical...
I mean, you still liked it.
Yeah, I definitely... I liked it mostly. The main standout, obviously, and you agree, is Andrew Garfield. He's, like, the main reason to see it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, he was great.
Yep.
And, I don't know, I'm not a big musical guy, but the musical numbers were pretty good. I mean, like I said in my review, they're pretty hit or miss, but... I don't know. I just thought it was a really well-made movie, I guess, or well-made musical, and... That with the performance with the message, like I said in my review, it literally gave me like an existential crisis. I'm like,
yeah, what's up with that?
Well, the whole meaning behind the movie, right, is like, because the whole time in the movie, then Andrew Garfield's character, I mean, I know it's based off a real person, but his character is having this like not even midlife crisis, he's about to turn 30 and he's like, what am I doing with my life? Like I should be doing something great. And it's like, that kind of hit me, I guess, I mean, I'm going to be 25 this year. I don't know how old you're going to be. I mean, we're the same age.
I'm going to be 25 in 2 months.
There you go. So
less than 2 months.
I mean, so we're still very young. I mean, but like, it's the fact that like, okay, we're basically at the quarter or a little over a quarter of our lives for sure, and it's like, what have we done with it? And that's like, that just, I thought of that, I'm like, fuck, like,
yeah,
but I don't know,
that part definitely hits hard sometimes. Yeah, but I mean, it's just,
I think just that, yeah,
in this movie it didn't feel like it was well communicated for me, but that's just me. Honestly, it's more just that the like story itself was good, and like the messages are good, but it's so ruined by the style and all that for me. Like, I think the style is just so shit. It feels like really cheesy at points too.
Which parts? Like how it bounces between...
Like, it feels so generic to me. Like, it doesn't feel like there's anything new about it in terms of like the musical genre or the drama genre. It feels so basic in my eyes.
Yeah, I mean, it was a bit basic, I guess, in like the structure and like the way it was done, but I mean, I don't know. The movie looked good, it sounded good, it was acted well, like, I guess on the surface, and plus the message, like everything on the surface really stood out to me as good, but yeah, I mean,
I'll certainly argue with you about looked good. I don't think it looked good at all.
Oh, you didn't? I guess, okay,
No.
I do think it looked pretty bland. There was, like, no color palette to the movie. It was a pretty bland-looking movie. That's my only issue.
Yeah, but also there's just, like, one thing that made me, like, nearly fucking puke was, like, the whole... There was, like, that musical sequence in the cafe, and then, like, wall comes off it and shit.
Yeah, that was cheesy.
So
that was
bad.
Yeah, it looked like they were on a stage, like, and it's like, you're not, you know...
Like, I get how it was supposed to look, like... Like, it looks like it could have done well if it was not so much bad green screen and CGI. It was like,
yeah, that part really took me out
awful.
of it. I'll admit, I totally forgot about that until you just brought it up. Yeah, that looked pretty bad. But so it's far from a perfect movie. Like I said, it could totally fall to a 7 out of 10 the more I think about it. But I mean, I think just those.
I mean, I'm not here to change your mind.
Oh no, you're not changing my mind.
How I'm feeling.
No, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think just the two things that are holding that movie up for me is Andrew Garfield and the way, like, the ideas that it put into my head, like how it made me feel. Like, those are the two things that really held it up. Everything else about it...
I think the story beats there are pretty strong, yeah.
Yeah. I mean...
But it's just some of the communication was a bit off for me.
Yeah, it was. And, yeah, I mean, it's nothing special, I guess. I mean, I would probably never rewatch it, but...
The main thing is just Andrew. He's very good, but at the same time, I really don't think this is the movie he should have been Oscar nominated for, and I don't think he should win.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want this to be the movie where he wins. Like, give him fucking Social Network, Under the Silver Lake, like, where he actually tried a lot.
Or I think Silence.
Silence, yes. Yeah. Jesus.
Like I said, he's the only reason I really watched it, if I'm, to be honest. Like, I never would have went out of my way to watch it otherwise, but... It was good, but...
It's decent enough. It's just, like, I didn't get a hell of a lot out of it, so it drops it for me. But, yeah. It's a film where I would not be mad at anyone for liking it. You can like it if you want. It's fine.
For a musical, it's totally, like, good for me. Like, I don't like a lot of musicals. I think this, La La Land, and I guess, literally... just because I grew up with them, but the first two High School Musical movies, those are the only musicals I could probably say I like, and two of them are for nostalgia.
I never watched those.
Yeah, I grew up, those were definitely a big part of my childhood, I guess, but, like, those handful of movies are the only ones I really like.
My, like, 3 best musicals right now in my head are, like, Sweeney Todd, Annette, and La La Land. Like, there's nothing else that I can think of. Like, the only ones I can think of that I don't like are Tick Tick Boom and Mamma Mia.
Damn. Yeah. Oh God. Speaking of musicals, because I don't know if you would like it or not. I don't know, but I hated it. It's like I did a video review on it where I literally ranted about it, and I think it's a 0.5 star now for me. But Anna and the Apocalypse. This is like a couple years ago, when I was still doing reviews in my car on Instagram. Like, yeah, Anna and the Apocalypse. It's a zombie. It's like Shaun of the Dead plus High School Musical combined, and it is the worst shit ever. It's terrible.
Sounds awful.
It's terrible, but people like it. People like that movie, and I'm just like, this is one of the worst things I've ever seen. Like, it's just so cringy. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, musicals are.
Yeah. That sounds bad.
Yeah.
They are very hit or miss.
They are.
But you know that guy in Tick Tick Boom, like, I mean, he's based on a real person. Like, you know Stephen Sondheim, right?
Who was that? Was that the...
Stephen Sondheim was, like, the guy that he was trying to impress, like, the whole time. He was, like, the guy with the white hair and shit.
Oh, was he in Get Out and Cabin in the Woods?
Yeah,
okay,
guy.
yeah, him. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy who's, like, playing Stephen Sondheim, he's the guy who did the music for Sweeney Todd.
Oh, really? Wait, that same actor or that guy that he was portraying?
No, the guy that he was portraying.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's...
See Sweeney Todd, please.
No, I will. I will. I'm sure I'll enjoy it, but... Yeah.
Anyway, we can move on if you want.
Anyway, sure. Yeah, like I said, I don't have a lot to say about Tick Tick Boom. It was... Surprisingly, I liked it, but... I mean, I would never probably rewatch it, but... I guess speaking of not really wanting to rewatch, but X, yeah, I mean, I saw it yesterday. I have a lot of thoughts about it. I liked it probably a bit more than you did, but I definitely have issues with it. I was definitely let down and underwhelmed. But I mean,
I have never felt like more of a crazy person. I don't get why so many people love it.
No, I don't get it either. I really don't know, like, why. I mean,
I don't want to be this guy or anything like that, but I do definitely think a lot of it is A24 loyalty.
Mm-hmm. No, I and this is coming also from somebody that fucking loves A24. Like, I mean,
yeah, me too.
You know, we both do. So like, I don't. But then again, it comes down to that whole thing. Like, as great of a studio as they are, not everything they touch turns to gold. Like, they can.
Yeah.
You know, it's. I don't know. Like, that's what set people's, including my expectations, way too high, is the fact that A24 was involved. And so I was like, oh man, A24 is doing a slasher movie. Like, are we finally going to get a good slasher movie after all these...
on paper, that sounds good.
It sounds good.
That sounds fucking good.
But, you know, and like I said, I mean, I still think it's a decent movie. I gave it a 3 out of 5. I think it's okay, but like, it was so run of the mill, like cliche, nothing special about it. I don't get what separates this from so many other slasher movies. I really don't.
My number one issue with it right now is how excruciatingly slow it is. I kept, like, the thing is, I was watching it. And I was like, for the first, like, 30 to 40 minutes or whatever, I'm like, this is great. I like this. This is good. Mm-hmm. And then as it went on, I was like, this is good. Okay, this is decent. This is fine. This is bad. Oh, am I actually enjoying this movie? No, I'm not. And it's like...
You're waiting.
It just kept going down.
Yeah. And because, like, I'm pretty sure I kept checking the clock throughout in the movie. Because, like, the movie theater was, like, empty where I was in. But so I was, like, checking the time because I knew it was, like, an hour, 45-minute movie. And I'm pretty sure that like, crazy shit doesn't start happening until literally the hour mark. We go an entire hour of just, I guess, character build up. But this is where my issue comes in.
That's the thing. We're building up characters that who gives a fuck about them?
Exactly.
Like, they're just so...
They're unlikable.
I didn't like a single one of them.
No, they're unlikable. Yeah, and so I agree with you there. They're all fucking unlikable characters. Like... nothing much.
The only thing I could say is like Mia Goth is very good. Like, I liked her performance quite a bit, and surprisingly, one of the best fucking parts was Kid Cudi. He was hilarious.
Yeah, Kid Cudi was good. I didn't mind him at all, but
they're not characters I care about.
No, there's nothing given to them that I can latch onto or really care about. They're just like,
and that's what should make the kills impactful.
Exactly,
you know?
Like in the original Halloween, I know you're not, I mean, despite you not being a huge fan of it, I did care about Laurie Strode a lot because she was, like, likable, kind of relatable, like, innocent. Like, I understood where she was coming from, and, like...
Yeah.
So, like, I cared about Laurie Strode in Halloween. I didn't care about any of these characters here.
No.
To where, like, I actually wanted them to die. So, like, you know... But, okay, and I guess you brought up Mia Goth.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen her in a lot of movies. I know she was in Nymphomaniac Volume 2. I know she was in this. But, you know, I think this is the same way that you feel about Alana Haim. Just the look.
Ooh, really?
Yes. No, just the look of this person. There's something just rubs me wrong just about the look of this person. She just gives me creepy ass vibes. Just the look of this girl.
I like Mia Goth. I think she's hot.
Oh, come on. I think Alana Haim is hotter than Mia Goth, if I'm being completely honest. Yeah.
Stop it.
See,
come on now.
No, but to be fair, I don't think either of them are, like, super attractive. But I don't want to be judged, like, superficial here. It's what it's on the inside what matters. But no. Yeah, but no. Like,
and there was nothing inside these characters?
No, there's nothing inside these characters. Nothing but just, like, pure fucking stereotypes and, like, just, like, unlikable. I don't know. It was so surface level. Everything about the movie I felt like was so surface level.
Yeah.
To where, like, we just know the bare basics behind what's going on, and, like, but that's the thing, is we spend so much time with the characters. It's like, what are we even building up?
So much fucking time.
Yeah, it's too much time to where it's like, this
really... Weirdly enough, like, the thing is, like, can we get into spoilers and stuff from here?
I guess, before we get into, like, start getting into spoilers, maybe we could just say how we generally felt, you know, about the movie, I guess, overall.
Okay.
But, I don't know, overall... I know I did like it a bit more than you, I'm assuming. I mean, you haven't rated it yet.
Yeah, you assume right.
But, I mean, so I thought it was honestly a decent movie, but what holds it down for me, the good of the movie is I liked, the atmosphere, the build-up until it got to be too much build-up to where it was too slow was good. And
the presentation's very good. Exactly. It's very well shot.
It's a well-made movie, but, like, when it comes to the story and the characters and, like, all that other stuff, it was just way too basic and kind of uninteresting to where it was just underwhelming. It's still a decent movie, but I was just so underwhelmed. I really was.
I get you.
But, yeah.
I just didn't like it very much at all. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things where I can appreciate like the look of it and the intent. It's fun at times. The acting can be good, but it's just I don't know. It's just it's not very good.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah.
And I feel like a fucking crazy person. Everyone's going 5 stars.
I know. And
9 out of 10. All that shit.
Yeah. The whole time
every review I see whenever I go on Letterboxd, it's like really positive. I'm like.
And that's, okay. But that's great. People are liking it, but I just wish I was seeing what they were seeing. Like, I really do. Like,
yeah.
I mean, because
I immediately found like a small community of people on Letterboxd where I started like liking a bunch of their posts, like people that rated it lower, and I'm like, okay, I don't feel crazy now.
Yeah.
We started.
I mean, you can find
like,
them. You definitely can, but like
my people.
Yeah, yeah. But we can get in spoilers if you want.
Okay.
So
spoilers for X coming up.
Yes. Spoilers.
What I wanted to say was like the thing is like the only thing that like sort of made some kill impactful was the fact that I sort of latched on to one character in a way, and then he was the first one to be killed.
The first character to be the guy with the glasses.
The dude with the glasses. Yeah, because like he actually was like rather emotive. He felt like he had some kind of like
he was the only one
thing there, and like I felt bad for him like because of that whole shit about like his girlfriend wanted to just fuck some guy in front of him for
exactly
whatever.
I would do the same thing he did. I'd be like, I'm getting the fuck out of here, fuck all this. Like,
I wish he had just left.
I know,
I feel so bad for him.
Yeah, me too. He was the only one like that I connected to in any sort of way as well. Like, he's the only one I felt sympathy for whatsoever.
Yeah.
Because, every other character, to be honest, like, was just not likable. But, I mean,
I really honestly hate that whole view about, like, sex and relationships and stuff in general. Like, just how it should be normalized, constantly sharing your girlfriend around.
That's
like,
no.
I don't think it should.
No, that should not be fucking normalized. That is not normal.
I mean, unless you establish beforehand, like, I'm not coming after polyamorous relationships here. Like, go do whatever you want, but, like, establish it beforehand,
Yes. Yeah.
Like, she just drops it on him out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And he's just like, what the fuck? Starts crying in the shower and shit, and then tries to get out of there, and it's like, God.
And you can totally see the hints being, like, thrown out there. So, like, every scene that they shot, it always panned to her, and it's like, she's, like, almost interested in what they were doing or, like, wanted to be in her place. Like, so she was, wanting to not be the boom mic girl. Like, I get it. Like, you have a boring job, you're young, you want to rebel or be like, live life and do this crazy shit. Like, but it's like, first of all, how old is Jenny Ortega, whatever her name is? Because holy shit. Like,
I've seen so many reviews where it's just like people spamming her name over and over again.
She's 19 years old, and it's like, who knows?
Oh, is she?
Well, yeah, she's 19. It's like, who knows?
Well, I mean, she's legal.
She is legal, but who knows? First of all, when they filmed this movie, she was probably 18 when they filmed it, I'm guessing. But like,
I don't know. They would have checked.
I know they would have, but it's just like hardcore with the one young
get Paul Schrader to direct X.
Dude, that would have been such a better movie.
Probably
if Paul Schrader directed this, it would have been great. But I mean, the writing would have been better. I know that, but like,
yeah.
And that's another thing. Just because I mentioned Jenna Ortega, whatever. Jenna Ortega. I don't see what's special about her, but people are throwing her out there as this next big star.
I don't know. People do this with like everyone from Euphoria as well. It's like
it's everybody.
It's just teen stars.
Yeah, it's everybody from it. I think it all started with Millie Bobby Brown, how she from Stranger Things. That's the original young actress who all of a sudden is like we're throwing out there to be this big thing. And then it came to...
That's a discussion to have. Do you know about her whole thing with Drake?
Yes, I do. And look, I'm coming out right now saying I'm a huge Drake fan. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was listening to him I was listening to him before this shit happened. So like, I've always... But what's the whole deal behind that again? Weren't they just texting?
He's grooming her.
Okay, but I mean, who knows what's really going on behind the scenes? If that's happening, then yeah, that's weird. I'm not defending that. I would never defend that. But like, you can
like his music still.
It can still come down to separating the art from the artist, and we've talked about this, but there's definitely worse things people have done.
There's way weirder artists out there and stuff. Like, there's this guy I heard about from the official podcast actually, and it's like, I can't remember the band that he's from or whatever, but he used to let like his. It's a bit much, but like, I don't want to get into too much here or anything like that, but like, he used to have like groupies or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And they were so obsessed with him that they would have children, and they used to let him do stuff with the children.
Oh no. Shit.
It's like so fucked up.
That's terrible.
Like,
jeez.
Yeah. It's awful.
God.
But there's like way worse out there. So like, Drake is like small fry in that area.
No, that's small fry. I mean, and who knows if that's still even going on? Because this was like a good year or two ago, wasn't it? That this stuff came out about him?
Yeah.
So he has a kid.
Isn't she 19 now as well?
Yeah, I think she's still not saying that's not weird, because it kind of is. But like,
it is still weird.
It's still weird
at the time, yeah, for sure.
But I mean, she's 18 now, so. It's still weird, but I mean, look,
this derailed from X.
It really, I mean, it did, but that's the beauty behind it, I guess.
Quinn's drunk.
Hey, you need to take another shot of vodka. Can I not be the only one drunk here? Please, please, just take a swig.
It's morning for me.
Take a swig from that bottle. It's a special occasion. We're live. We're on the podcast. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
That's a special occasion.
We'll do it live. Damn it, we'll do it live.
Christ. I don't want to take a shot.
This whole episode's going to be X-rated. I think it's fitting. I think the name for this episode, it's going to be X-rated.
The X-rated episode.
The X-rated episode. We're getting into some deep shit here.
Actually, here's another cool like music thing that's like a little bit edgy or whatever. Mm-hmm. There's a band, and I can't remember the name again, but I listened to their first album quite a while ago, but they had a I think it was drummer or whatever, and they committed suicide, the drummer. They did it by shotgunning themselves in the head, but what happened was the lead singer took a photo of it and used it as their album cover.
Oh no, are you serious? Is it on like Spotify?
I'm not even kidding. No, it's not on Spotify, but it's like you can still get the album on like YouTube and Apple Music and stuff.
And it's like uncensored.
I think it's censored on like streaming and all that, but you can find the uncensored version. But what he also did was took some of his teeth and put it into a necklace.
Oh my god.
Like, it's fucked up.
Dude, this is I would not even like.
They're a metal band, so it's like overly edgy and shit.
That's too much. Like,
it is
I wouldn't even bother listening to them at that point. Like, this is too far. But
their first album was alright. Not great or anything.
No,
it was alright.
It was alright. Oh man, take that shot. Take that shot.
Okay. It's in a little. That's like the tiniest
it's
shot.
It's like a 1 ounce. It's not even an ounce. It's like
it still hurts. It's vodka.
Yeah, I know.
And shit vodka too. Oh Christ. God, vodka's gross.
It is gross. It's a good mixer, but not good on its own.
Not on its own.
Not on its own.
Same with tequila. Tequila burns.
Yeah.
That's one of the best bits in Baby Driver, that tequila scene. You remember that?
See, I don't even remember that, because I need to rewatch it. I wasn't a huge fan of it.
It's one of the bits where, like, the editing is just so fucking good, where they go into that, like, thing to buy guns from those guys. And then they end up, like, stealing the guns and stuff like that, and, like, every shot is, like, perfectly matched with the music.
Oh, yeah.
And then, like, Jamie Foxx, like, drives out of there and, like, throws a grenade behind him, and then it's like...
Okay, I do kind of remember that. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
I don't know. We were talking about Drake and Millie Bobby Brown for some reason, but...
Let's get back to X.
Yeah, however we got back to... Oh, because we were talking about Jenna Ortega, whatever. She hasn't earned my respect yet.
She hasn't earned me saying her name yet.
Hey, she needs to prove herself as a good actress, because I watched this movie on HBO called The Fallout, And
oh yeah.
It is not a good movie. That is a case to where I feel like a crazy person, to where like everyone's loving it. And I'm just like, I didn't even think she was good in it. I thought she was annoying. Like, I really thought she was annoying, but I don't know.
I think it's people get like a lot of simps, I suppose, like they really when they're that young as well.
It's so weird. It's just so
starting
weird.
out.
Yeah, but
it's the same with Twitch streamers. Like, there's just so many people that simp for them.
Oh, I know. That's
do you know Amouranth?
No, who's that?
The Twitch streamer?
No, I'm not familiar with a ton of Twitch streamers, but
she just constantly, like, every fucking day I go onto Twitch, like, and she's always streaming, and she's like, it's either her in a bikini in a hot tub, her like trying on clothes, or her sleeping.
My gosh.
And she sells like jars of the fucking bath, the hot tub water and stuff like that.
Oh, dude.
She makes bank. She makes fucking bank.
That's just that is ridiculous. I don't even know. Like, what weirdo is gonna buy that hot tub water? Be like, come on.
Okay, well, I'll get into this as well. She also sells fart jars.
What? How do people know it's actually... She could be selling empty fucking jars for all...
They're selling an idea, Quinn, and people pay money for it.
No, I know, but that's like... It's just too much.
People are perverts.
People are. I understand that without a doubt, but like, it's the whole... I don't know.
She really is just copying Belle Delphine, who was like way cooler.
Yeah, I don't know.
Belle Delphine I have some respect for. She was on the fucking grind for ages.
See, I'm not familiar with a ton of like female Twitch streamers. I only know, like, for Twitch streamers, like, everyone knows Ninja. I'm so basic when it comes to that stuff. I'm like, I don't watch Twitch.
See, that's why I gotta get you into the official podcast and this whole universe that you're missing out on, because it's just so interesting.
I mean, it is. My brother used to watch Twitch a lot, so I'd like, kind of when he was ever playing it, then I would watch with him. But like, I don't know who any of these people are. But
fair enough. Yeah,
I don't know. Where were we with X? I mean, we were talking about...
The thing is, I feel like I'm not even allowed to have an opinion on this sometimes, because it's like...
Why is that?
It's one of those things where it feels like a love letter to like slasher films and all that stuff, and like, because I haven't seen, I don't know, the entirety of Halloween series, the entirety of the Saw series, I haven't seen like every fucking remake and horror movie like known to man. It's like, I'm not allowed to have an opinion or whatever. It's like,
no, and I
still am.
No, you are, and for somebody who is, this is why it's a good dynamic, is because horror is arguably my favorite genre. I've seen a ton of slasher movies, including the entirety of the Halloween series and like, you know, Saw and all these movies, and there are definitely homages throughout the movie, but there's not a lot, but the ones that are there are so obvious to where it's almost cringy how obvious they are, to where like, well, the main homage, this is one that honestly kind of, it didn't even like, see, if they're homaging a movie that I love, you would think I would like that, but as it actually pissed me off because it was done so cringy and just like so obvious. But the main homage in the movie is The Shining. Everybody and their mother has probably noticed this, and because like towards the end of the movie, when Jenna Ortega is trying to break into the room or like get out, you know, she's swinging the axe on the door.
Yeah.
And one of the most iconic shots in horror history is when Jack Nicholson is swinging the axe against the door and the camera follows the axe as opposed to focuses on him.
Did they do that in X?
Yeah, they do that in X, yeah.
I didn't actually notice that. I noticed that in Fear Street 1 because it was that obvious.
Oh, well, to be honest, the Fear Street movies I completely pushed out of my memories because I hated those even more than this.
That Shining reference was way too much.
But like, that's the thing, is that this Shining reference to me was way too much, to where like anytime you're going to have a person swinging an axe at a door and focus the camera movement completely on the axe, it's a clear Shining homage. They coined it, like that is an iconic shot in movie history. So they did that, and I was like, okay, whatever. Like, that was clearly an homage. I'm gonna put it aside. But then,
I mean, there's also the homage to Texas Chainsaw, just like with like the entire plot, I suppose, like going to a house,
exactly.
Sort of like
creepy house out in the middle of nowhere, rednecks. Yeah, it's totally kind of like putting a spin on that as well. But another part of that Shining the Shining homage was fucking when the exact shape of the door got cut out, same as in The Shining, and then she sticks her face through, and I'm just like,
yeah.
Really? To put Jenna Ortega,
Jesus, Quinn,
dude. Maybe, I don't know if it's the vodka or my lack of respect for her. Maybe it's both, but like, like, no, I'm just saying.
The vodka or my lack of respect.
But no, to see her stick her face through and like, for one, I thought anytime she screamed, it was very overacting. This is my nitpicky side coming in. I didn't think she was I thought she was trying too hard, but anyway, those are clear enough Shining homages. Another homage I noticed was when the old lady was sneaking into Mia Goth's room, you know, and before she lays on the bed next to her, and that was actually a creepy sequence. I actually thought that was like somewhat well done, to where like, you know, I mean, to where like the POV to where she opens her eyes and sees an old lady laying next to her, like that's fucking scary. So I'm like, okay, that's good. But when the old lady was coming into the room, then there was this POV shot with this weird like ambient, like, what was that noise, that whispering noise, or like some weird, do you remember this? I don't know, but
Can't say I do.
Anyway, I know I just saw the movie yesterday, but like, it was very similar to in Friday the 13th, the whole Jason, like anytime it cut to, you know, the POV shot there to where it was like, cha 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 cha. I have to do the sound, but
I haven't seen Friday the 13th.
Okay, well, people listening will know what I'm talking about. There, you know, when it cuts the POV shots and where it's like, cha 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 cha. You when you watch it, you'll know what I mean. Mm-hmm. But that was an homage right there. I'm saying it right now. That was. So there's clear homages to 3 fucking serial killer franchises, and it just got to be too much. It really did.
I mean, I haven't even mentioned my like absolute worst thing about this movie for me, and that's how, I guess, underdeveloped or pointless the characters of the like old couple are.
Yeah.
Like, they have literally no reason to do what they're doing. And, like, when it's, like, the time where they actually, like, reveal, I guess, like, why it is they're doing what they're doing, it's like, you sort of already knew that the whole film. They're just, like, 2 pathetic, horny people, I guess. And it was like, I don't care. Why would I care?
Exactly.
Like, it's, like, there's no reason for me to get on board with them at all, because it's just like, oh, old woman jealous that there are younger people around, very upset. It's like, I don't fucking care.
Exactly.
Like, you're old. Get over it. Jesus.
Yeah. No,
fuck me.
I think
it was just so fucking pointless. And like every instance with like the old woman, I was just like, shut the fuck up. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, it was so like undercooked, like it was so underdeveloped and not built up at all. To where, yeah, I think the main motivation behind mainly the old woman, but then I guess the guy that joined in later on, because the guy he was just trying to find his wife, you know, that like he's like, she wanders off and gets confused, and you know, like, my wife's missing, you know. He didn't plan on like killing him, I don't think, but you know, the old lady that like started doing all this shit, I think their main motivation just comes down to like they are jealous of this group's youth. Like, they obviously, and it's almost to the point to where it's so obvious that one of the main, not the main actress, but whoever the blonde actress was,
yeah,
who was kind of like Kid Cudi's boyfriend or whatever she was, like, she basically even girlfriend, she basically said whatever, girlfriend, oh my god, this fucking vodka, man, this is gonna be an episode. But no, like, she even said, like, sorry that you didn't get to live the life that you lived. And it's like, yeah, okay, we got that. You didn't have to tell us that. We knew that she felt that way. So like, that's pretty much it. I mean, I understand the old woman's motivation, I guess. Like, she's jealous of their youth.
Yeah, but is that a motivation to kill people?
I mean, she's clearly just psychotic, but she's taking it to an extreme, yeah. So I guess, I mean, it's not a motivation to kill somebody, but it's the bare minimum, I guess, of a motivation that you need. But it's still not built up well, yeah. I'll agree with that.
I just hated their motivations so much. Like,
it was just
like I said at the end of like the first reaction review, this movie made me hate old people. Like, I got so annoyed.
I think
I was just like, I don't care about like the fact that you're jealous of people and like whatever. It's like it felt like that was so much of the movie too.
Yeah, it was.
Like, just her being sad or whatever, and I'm like, I felt like sorry for her at the start and all that, but then as the movie went on, I'm like, I really just don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah,
I don't.
Like it's so weird how it almost makes you try. I don't know if the movie's trying to make you sympathize with the old people or the old lady, but
I think it is.
Yeah, but it's like at the same time, I mean, it's like not handled well enough to where I don't care about them. I don't care about anybody in this movie. I didn't. No. So I understand where every character's coming from, but it just, despite all the time they had to build it up, they just kind of just meandered and did fucking whatever for like an hour, and I'm just like, okay, like, and then finally stuff starts happening. I'm like, they didn't build up the characters well enough for me to where I don't care what happens at this point. But and that's another thing about the old lady, you know, killing all these people. I feel like in most slasher movies, there's almost a sense of mystery as to like who's doing this shit, like who's killing these people, what's the motivation behind. I feel like this movie lacked any type of like mystery or like what if, you know, ambiguity. It was like, oh no, it's just an old lady killing people because she's jealous of them.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
like
that's it.
No fucking mystery, no deeper meaning. That's it. It's just an old lady going around. There's no excitement.
There's no mystery, and there's like, it feels like there's no third act. It feels like the entire like last hour and a half of the movie is the third act.
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
It just goes on for ages.
Exactly, because I'm pretty sure, I could be maybe wrong or off of it, but like I said, I was checking my clock throughout the movie, and I'm pretty sure at the hour mark, because it's only an hour 45, at the hour mark, after all this long, slow build up with these characters, to where we don't really know anything about them or learn anything, then it's from then on, then the old lady starts doing shit, and it's like that last 45 minutes, it's so just like, okay, she goes and kills one person, okay, then move on, little suspense, then kills another person, move on, kills another person. It was so just like I knew what was gonna happen, and this is my main.
And I wanted the kills to have some kind of impact too, but they just didn't, because you don't care about the characters, and it takes way too long for the film to get to them.
Yeah, I think the only somewhat like well executed part with the old lady was when, because you know, earlier in the movie, I don't remember which character it was, maybe it was Mia Goth's character, but one of the characters was going in the house and looking at old photographs, and they saw a picture of like a ballerina or something, and that was supposed to be the old lady, you know? So she was like a dancer in her younger days, and like, you know, after that first kill, when she kills that guy with the glasses, I mean, I thought that was actually a well executed scene. I liked how the blood like spurt on the headlights.
Yeah, that scene was cool.
Yeah, that was the one good kill in the movie, to where like the blood spurted on the headlights.
Also the shotgun one.
Yeah.
I like the shotgun one.
Oh, wait, when the...
that was funny.
Which shotgun one?
Like right at the end.
Oh.
Right at the end, when she's running out the door and gets fucking blasted out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That was funny.
That was... Yeah. But, no, when she stabbed the guy with the glasses, and then, like, no, the blood paints the headlights red, and then all of a sudden it's red lighting, and she, like... And I was looking forward to bringing this up to you. You know the moment when she, like, after she kills a guy, she gets up and dances slowly? What did that remind you of? What did that remind you of?
Oh, Joker.
Yes! Yes!
Obviously.
I was like, in the moment, I was like, I wonder if he noticed that too. I wonder if he noticed.
Of course I fucking did.
Yes. And it's like, did they rip that off, or were they originally just going to do that? Like, I really wonder.
But that's the thing, like, Joker has so much character build-up.
It does, and you care about
This was
that.
like, I don't give a shit about her fucking dancing or whatever she's, like, feeling right now, because I don't get this character. She makes no fucking sense.
No, she doesn't. Like,
and she's senile as fuck, too.
She's senile and old and horny and weird, and it's like, fire off. Like, I don't like you.
Oh, and God, the sex scene?
Oh,
really?
God.
Did we
that? I was literally... Like, I felt embarrassed to be like, there was maybe one or two other people in the theater, and I just was like, and one of them was in the same row as me, and I'm just like, oh, I need to cover my face right now.
I think there was maybe like 20 other people in the theater for me. Everyone was laughing during that scene.
Really? Oh, no.
Just straight laughing.
And that's, you know, that's not what they intended for the movie. They're like, this is an intense scene. This is a, you know, heavy scene. It's like, no.
Same with that sequence where, like, Mia Goth is, like, fucking, and it keeps cutting back to the old woman with like her shirt off and shit, and I'm like,
oh, that was bad. Stop. Yeah, that was bad. Like, by the way, speaking of cutting, did you notice this annoying ass, and I don't really go out of my way to notice technical stuff like this, but did you notice the annoying editing to where like it cut to a shot and they cut back and they cut back? And
yeah.
What was up with that? Like,
I don't know.
The editing. It's like, did they think they were being artsy?
That's the thing. That actually brings me to a point that I brought up on like the first reaction. I think the director is so fucking up himself.
Oh yeah.
God, there was just so many like things like that, and also things where it feels like they are trying so hard to be iconic. Like they really are, especially like the last scene where she like mashes her head with the car, tire and then drives off. It's like, oh, I'm so badass and shit like that. And then moments where she's like looking in the mirror and she's like, you're a fucking sex symbol.
And by the way, I didn't know what she said at first in the opening scene, to where she like said
nobody did.
I literally couldn't understand what she said because her accent was so weird. But like, so I was like, what'd you say?
There are just so many moments like that where it feels like either lines or shots or whatever are just trying to be really iconic and like, oh yeah, I hope this goes on Filmstagram. Oh. Like, I'm pretty sure this guy knows Filmstagram, and he's like, they're gonna love this.
Oh no. We're still waiting for that Filmstagram movie to come out one day. It'll come out, but no.
Oh, one day. We gotta make it, I reckon.
We'd make a better fucking movie than this. We would. But I guess I shouldn't, I mean, I keep coming off like this was a terrible movie, but I still thought it was a totally watchable movie, but where my main issues come in is it was just so...
There are good moments.
There are good moments, and I totally thought it was watchable throughout, but I just didn't care about the characters, and there was nothing innovative or special when it comes to slasher movies. Like, nothing. Like... Slasher.
Quinn's drunk.
Oh my god. I'm sloshed right now, apparently. From this fucking vodka.
That was the perfect way of saying that. That was like a Freudian slip.
Yes. No, but... You were talking about how this director is kind of like up his own ass, kind of Ty West or whoever he is. He did another... I've only seen one other of his movies. He's done several other movies, but the only other one I've seen is called House of the Devil, and it's very similar in the fact that it's kind of a throwback to old horror movies, and it's so slow, and it's like, okay, is this guy... This must be this guy's style, to where like...
I guess.
It's just like... But it's just so... And I gave that about the same score as well, I think. But maybe even less. But yeah, it's just uninteresting. It's just nothing special about it. And it's just... But I love how people came out and were saying, like, watch A24 fans say how this made the slasher genre art. Or like, no, I don't think there's... I'm an A24 fan. I don't think there's anything artsy about this. If you told me this was made... If I watched this and you didn't... If I didn't know A24 did it, I would have assumed it was like Blumhouse that did it. Like, I would have assumed it, you know? Literally, I would have...
That's the biggest insult.
It is, even though Blumhouse has done...
They've done some good shit, but, like, I'm pretty sure they, like, try and churn out as much as possible.
Oh, yeah, it's quantity over quality. Shit. But, like, for every one great movie they do, it's, like, 5 shit movies. Because they've done, like, Get Out. They've done even Whiplash. I mean, shit, they've done some amazing movies.
Yeah.
But, man, they've done some terrible ones, too. So, you know, I just thought it was very run-of-the-mill at the end of the day, I guess. But
I liked a lot of the cinematography. I liked Mia Goth quite a bit. I liked Kid Cudi. That's really all I could say, honestly. Mm-hmm. Some of the slasher moments were cool. I really liked that one scene at the start where, like, Mia Goth was, like, swimming and the crocodile was in that shot.
Oh, yeah, that was a good shot. That was
a cool shot.
Yeah. Which... But that just reminds me of the fact that I said, like, what annoys me the most about a movie is if I can literally predict, like, in my mind, I'm like, you know, this is what I would do next if I was making the movie, and then it happens, then that, I'm like, okay. Because literally, you know what you probably know what I'm talking about. When the girl was on the dock and the old lady was standing there, I was like, she's probably going to push her in there and an alligator's going to eat her. I'm just guessing. And that's what happened. And I'm just like, fuck.
Well, that's so... obvious.
It's so basic though, like, and then
I was like so desperate for like the blonde chick to like just grab the old lady and shove her in there or something like that. Like, I just wanted her to die so bad. Me too. I was so fed up with it.
Yeah,
and again, like, it's cool that that's actually Mia Goth, like, in makeup. Mm-hmm. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
that's great shit, like, well done, but, like,
yeah,
I hate the character so much.
Me too.
Also, did you know, apparently they're developing, like, a movie based around, like, the old couple's lives, like, before this.
Are you kidding me? These same characters?
Oh, I heard that they're making,
dude,
like, everything needs a fucking origin story, doesn't it?
Wait, is this Christ. A movie or a series, did you just say?
Oh, fuck knows.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I think it was a movie, from what I heard.
Let's hope it's just a movie. We don't need a damn spin-off series for every person ever. Like, jeez.
Swear to God. Apparently it's like detailing their lives like in the war or something before that.
Dude, who cares? I don't care.
Like, who fucking cares?
Even if it made this movie better, I still wouldn't care. Like, I just, but and the only other scene I can think of to where I was like, this is probably what would happen next, I'm just gonna guess that this happens, and it did, was when Kid Cudi was with the old guy in the swamps and he had the shotgun. I'm like, I bet this old guy is gonna just shoot Kid Cudi with the shotgun, and he fucking did. And I'm like, oh my god. It's like, so yeah, I
loved that one bit where he, like, the old guy goes to get Kid Cudi, and there's just that one shot of him, like, naked.
Oh, yeah.
It was pretty funny.
It was funny, but I was like, these guys are really nonchalant about just, like, standing naked and be like, hey, what's going on?
They're porn stars.
Like, I know that's true. That's true. But that's the bare minimum they give you about their characters. All I know about them is, they're porn stars. Like, why else should I care about them? They're unlikable people.
I'm just super surprised because I haven't really enjoyed all that much that Kid Cudi's been in, even though I think his music is great.
Oh yeah, I like his music.
Like, he was surprisingly great in this.
He was good. I mean, I guess compared to a lot of the other stuff, he was good, but
that's the sad thing. Like, it should have been a lot of other characters that had the chance to develop more that I would have been, like, praising and all that. But
yeah, it really
Kid Cudi ended up being the best because of comic relief.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, the one last thing I can think of is that, did you notice how many fucking jump scares there are in this movie? Like, for an A24 movie, to where we always praise them for not using jump scares, there was an insane amount of jump scares in this movie, and I'm just like,
yeah,
unnecessary. Like, the first one, I think, was when Mia Goth left the house and she was walking back up to the little guest house, and all of a sudden, like, bam, like, I'm fine with jump scares, but don't throw the loud sound in my face with it. I don't need that. Like, just throw the thing in front of them.
Oh, and the fucking... this is another thing of them, like, basically trying to make a bunch of moments where it feels like it's iconic or whatever. The very last line in the movie.
Wait, what was it again?
Fuck off.
Oh, fuck off. Wait, was that when she was driving off, or what was happening?
No, it was there was the police officer at the end.
Wait, he said fuck off? I thought the last words...
No, I said fuck off.
Oh, you said fuck off. Okay. No.
When he's like that... What did he say?
I know what he said. He said, looks like a damn horror... They made a damn horror picture, or something like that.
It's one fucked up horror picture.
One fucked up horror picture. And I'm like... What are you trying to say? What is this director... Because this is where, like, my really digging into it, probably overthinking thoughts come in. It's like, what is this director trying to say with the story? Like, this is where, like, I'm overreaching a lot, probably. But I like to think there are deeper meanings to movies, and, like, the reasons behind, like, characters and stuff is there for a reason. To where, like, I wonder if, since this is a big love letter, like... a new horror movie kind of being a love letter to these old horror slasher movies, is this, like, in the fact that, like, this old generation, this old couple is jealous of this younger generation in the movie? Is it, like, are they talking about horror fans in general, to where, like, the old horror fans are, like, so just, like, you know what I mean? Like, they're so... like, bitter towards the new generation. I know it's a stretch, but this is, like, I don't know why my mind goes to these places.
I think they were just horny and jealous. I don't know.
But I like to think
that's it.
I would love to think, though, that there's some deeper meaning behind the shit, because if that's it, if it's just a horny couple...
They're not that fleshed out, I don't think.
Well, no, I mean, I'm talking... This like, transcends the story and the character themselves. It's like what the director's trying to say to us, I guess.
Metaphorical shit.
Yeah, which I guess is all open to interpretation, but... yeah, probably not. Probably not. It's probably just an old horny couple killing people for no reason. Whatever.
Yeah.
What a fucking shit show.
I just went on Letterboxd and there's already 2 new reviews for X and they're all 8 out of 10. Fuck off.
Seriously?
I don't know.
Damn. Well, hey, I mean, I'm glad people are liking it, but
I'm not. I have to ruin everyone's fun. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, whatever. I don't know. I'm done talking about this shit.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I really thought it was okay. I thought it was okay, but I was just expecting a lot more. I really was.
We can either go to questions or we can talk about old for a bit.
Oh,
man.
Like. We can talk a bit about old, sure. Another horror movie that...
if you want to call it that.
Which, honestly, I gave the same score. But, I mean, I know we both didn't care much for it, but...
Wait, same score?
Yeah, as X. No, not as you, but I gave the same score as X to this. But old...
Yeah, what's up with that?
Oh, what's up with that? No, Look, when it comes to old, there is a bit of bias here to where I love M. Night Shyamalan. I really do, despite all of his flaws. Like, I love a lot of his movies, but, like, I don't know. This was not a good movie, I'll admit, but I didn't think it was terrible. I really didn't. But I know you hated it, probably.
No, I didn't. Well,
your review was pretty intense. I'm just like,
but yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the thing is, like, yeah, I love Split, I love Signs, I love Unbreakable. Sixth Sense was great when I watched it. I don't remember it that well, but yeah.
Yeah.
But I think he's a great director. It's just... And this is what everyone says about this movie, like, the concept is great. Mm-hmm. The concept is great. I agree. Mm-hmm. It is fucking great. Like, it's such a cool concept. It could be done so well, but Jesus Christ, it's so badly executed.
No, it is. It is.
I don't get how it... Like I said to you, like, I was Snapchatting you when I was, like, watching it. Yeah. It makes these actors seem like they're bad actors. Like... Alex Wolff is great in Hereditary. Yeah. Fucking loved him in that movie. Thomasin McKenzie is fantastic in everything I've seen her, except for this.
Yeah, that's true. Like, yeah. I think, and honestly...
Like, I don't get how it managed to do that. It was so shit.
I mean, to me, I think they got a great set of actors, but what it really came down to was how bad the dialogue was. Like, I don't think any actor could deliver this dialogue with, like, a straight face. Like,
this entire movie felt like a fever dream to me. Like, I was sort of tipsy while watching it, and I was just like, what the fuck am I watching right now?
Yeah.
Shit.
See, and I wonder if...
It's so confusing.
Yeah, it is a bit. I mean, I wonder if... Because my experience was probably a bit different than yours. I was, like, completely sober and clear-minded watching it in a theater by myself, to where, like, I was like, okay, I'm taking all this in. Like, I don't know. Because I didn't have any, like, expectations or, like, preconceived notions about this movie beforehand, because it was, like, the opening week that I saw it. So, like, people weren't saying, like, this is a terrible movie, this is whatever. Like, I just went in seeing, new M. Night Shyamalan movie. I'm looking forward to this, even if it's not good. But, so I don't know.
I mean, my, like, introduction into it was just, like, my friend from Ireland constantly saying, like, it's... probably one of the best comedies he's ever seen.
Yeah, the way you view
it. But for all the wrong reasons.
Exactly. Like, if you view it as... You can view it as a comedy based on how laughable, like, the freaking dialogue is. It is so goofy. Like,
oh, yeah. What's with that fucking kid that kept going, what's your name and occupation? He just kept asking it to random people for no reason.
And I think
like,
that was
a joke?
No, it was supposed to be a joke, but it was disguised as, like... we're giving you the information about these people, so therefore care about them. It's like dealing you exposition in, like, what's supposed to be a cute little funny way, with a kid going around saying, like, what's your name or what do you do? And it's like, first of all, what the fuck are you talking about, kid? And
the first time he asks it is to, like, some people that we don't even see later in the film. How does that make any sense? What?
Exactly.
M. Night, what the fuck is this script?
Yeah, but you want to know when I knew the movie was going to be cheesy and bad? I mean, and this is, I guess, even me giving it 3 stars, I admit it is technically a bad movie, but I find some weird enjoyment in it, just how bizarre it is. So, like, that's why I gave it 3 stars.
Yeah, there is something about it.
It's
very strange.
It is weird. But it's literally the opening scene when they're driving to the resort or whatever the fuck they're going to. You know, when the mom, she said, when the kid is singing in the car, and the mom said, this is when I knew it was going to be so on the nose, was when the mom was like, it's a beautiful voice. I can't wait to hear it when you're older. I'm just like, why would you ever say that? First of all, like,
yeah, I
this
rolled
is not
immediately.
human
like,
dialogue.
right.
No human would be like, I want to hear what your voice sounds like when you're older. No, people don't say that. Like, it was God. Just on the fucking
one of the
nose.
bits that made me laugh like a fucking maniac as well. Spoilers for old. When that chick comes out and she's like, we were just playing, it's okay, I just got a little fat. And then it just cuts to a shot of her pregnant. I'm like,
dude, isn't that hilarious? Fucked up to where these were two little kids a minute ago, and now they're adults, and then they just had, one of them's pregnant, and all of a sudden they give birth, and the baby dies? Like, what the fuck?
And then she fucking falls from rocks and fucking dies and shit. It's like, Jesus.
I see. It's so.
And then there's Alex Wolff screaming.
Yeah, it's so fucking weird and bizarre to where, like, I kind of, on paper, it's so hilarious, the series of events, to where I'm like, okay, this is some weird enjoyment, like, just on how weird it is. Like,
what is with that whole sequence where they took out an entire fucking tumor or whatever it was?
Oh yeah, out of her leg, or
that was gross.
Whatever that was. Yeah, I forgot where though, but. I thought that was an interesting idea, I guess, like how they cut him open and it healed right back. I'm like, but then again, why wouldn't, like, hair grow that fast? Why wouldn't certain stuff happen as fast as other stuff is happening? That was really weird to me.
None of it makes sense.
None of it makes sense.
And the twist at the end, Jesus Christ.
Oh, I do.
You, like, reinvented the meaning of a Shyamalan twist. Like, now it's just embarrassing.
It's, you know what's sad, and this is a whole discussion in itself, is the fact that, that's like how his whole gimmick throughout his entire career, every movie he makes, well, I gotta have a big twist in there. I don't think he was initially planning on doing that, but it was the fact that The Sixth Sense, that was his first movie with a big twist. And that twist is so iconic and, like, talked about that he had to take that on as his thing. Like, I'm the twist guy now. Like, to where it affected his entire career. And it's like, you don't need to have a goofy twist at the end of every movie you do. Like,
I mean, I don't feel like he did that with, like, Split and all that,
no.
Which is why I respect that movie quite a bit.
I mean...
But...
yeah.
Also, Unbreakable. I don't think Unbreakable really has that.
I think it's degrees of, like, how big the twist is. Like, I haven't watched Unbreakable in a while, but I know there's a twist in Signs, and that's the alien's weakness. And then I know there's a twist somewhere in Unbreakable. I can't remember. But, it's the twist with Samuel L. Jackson's character. Like, I'm pretty sure. Like, his motivations throughout the entire thing. But...
oh, yeah, well, yeah, I guess, yeah.
But... and then the twist with The Village, that's a big one. And then, so there's like, and then The Visit. I don't know if you've seen The Visit, but...
no, I haven't seen The Visit or The Village.
So no, like, every movie he does, he feels like he has to shove a twist in there. And it's like, dude, you don't have to be the twist guy, even though that's how you rose to fame. It's like your big twist in The Sixth Sense. But, like, I don't know.
I'm very tired of him as a director right now, but... I don't know. I mean, Old is at least, like, entertainingly bad, but, like, Glass?
Glass was such a disappointment. That wasn't even, like, entertainingly bad. It was just sad of how disappointing it was. I actually enjoyed that movie up until the final act. The final act completely ruins that movie for me, but...
up until the final act, it's just so boring, though.
I feel like...
I wasn't as engaged I don't know.
I feel like the setup to Glass is what the entire movie should have been. The setup was great. Like, the face-off between James McAvoy and Bruce Willis, their characters, and, like, like, that stuff I wanted. But, the asylum shit, and then, like, the ending, what happens to these characters, it was so just dumb. I don't know.
The whole thing with Bruce Willis at the end is fucking hilarious.
Oh my god. I am so
stupid.
Dude, that is the one... spoilers for Glass, everybody. Spoilers for Glass. Yeah. The fact that he dies by being drowned in a puddle is the dumbest fucking character death I've ever seen in a movie. Like, ever. And I love that character, and I thought he was such a cool character. And they drown him in a fucking puddle. Like, are you kidding me? A fucking puddle.
Fuck, man, it's so good.
I don't know. M. Night Shyamalan just needs to... There's some directors that are they're too creative for their own good. Like, I really do believe, and there's only a handful I can think of, but off the top of my head, it's M. Night Shyamalan and George Lucas. Those are the two most, in my opinion, most creative directors, like, ever. Like they just
it's definitely
in their
like
mind.
I said. I love the concept of Old. Like I think the concept is fantastic. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
But God, it's just so
he would be
goofy.
a great like idea guy. Like get M. Night Shyamalan to come up with these. I know this is based off of prior like source material. You know, Old was like a
Was it?
graphic novel. Yeah, apparently Old was like a graphic novel or something like that.
Did not know that.
But other than that, he has done almost entirely original ideas with all of his movies. So it's like get him to like come up with the ideas for a movie and just let him be that guy. Like have somebody else direct it. He's not like an amazing director. He's just very creative. But yeah,
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't know.
He used to have a lot of passion and a lot of vision, and he wasn't
He did.
lazy.
No.
But he feels like he is that now.
Split was his last like great movie, I think.
Split was
like
great.
Split was great. But yeah, he hasn't put out a movie that's matched it since, and who knows if he will again. But yeah, it's disappointing. It is.
Oh well.
Oh well. That's all
Get
I can
back
say
to
about Old. I guess.
Normal M. Night.
Yeah,
We miss
seriously,
you.
his first 4 movies, man, were great. They were great.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
he's just kind of like Steven Spielberg. He's way past his prime. Like, you know, if I was to compare, just like his early shit was amazing.
Yeah.
All right, well, I guess, I mean, unless you have anything else you want to say about Old, we can...
No, just it was very goofy and it's a fun comedy. So if you want to watch it, then go right ahead.
Watch it with, like, a drink and with some friends. You'll laugh your ass off, I'm sure. But, like...
That would be such a weird movie to watch high. I feel like I'd just
Oh,
trip
God,
the
it'd be like,
fuck out.
like you said, a fever dream. It probably would be.
Yeah.
But, anyway... Yeah, let's do that. Cause...
Can I get my one out of the way?
Okay, yeah. We're going to get into our listener questions now, which if you want to send in questions to us, you can reach out to us on our Instagrams. I am at Views by Quinn. Liam is Movies Music Me. Just send us a DM or look out for our stories to send us questions.
And yeah podcast on Instagram too.
So, yeah, you can get yours out of the way.
It's my one question, and it's like I don't know what to say about it at all.
Oh no.
Like, it's from Moving Pictures, Julia.
Oh, Julia. Okay.
She just says, what is Lou Bloom's favorite song? I don't know what to say to that.
What's his favorite song? Well, what would his favorite song be?
I don't know.
Well, we have to think, and we have to get into that character's mind. Like, it'd probably be, I don't know. What do you think Lou Bloom would listen to? What is he, when he's driving around in his red car?
Giving bad people good ideas.
He would. He seems like a Death Grips guy. He does. He's fucking weird.
Does he?
Like, yeah, because, I mean, I don't know. Maybe
he'd listen to classical music, though.
That's true. He would probably listen to classical music.
But that's always, like, the go-to for psychopaths. All of them listen to classical music.
That's true. I mean, you're the Lou Bloom expert. I mean, I don't...
Yeah, but I'm stumped, man. I'm stumped. I don't know.
I would just say...
You're My Best Friend by Queen.
What a random...
When he's driving around with Riz Ahmed.
Oh, that's kind of sad how that end turned out, though, between those two.
Ooh, you make me live.
Oh, yeah, let's go with that. He would listen to You're My Best Friend by Queen.
And giving bad people good ideas.
And giving bad people
at
good
the same
ideas.
time. That's psychopath behavior. At the same time.
It's that. So anyway.
Moving on.
Moving on. Oh, geez. Okay, hang on. This person sent like 3 questions, which...
Goddamn.
Which one of them we've actually already answered, which is erase one movie from your memory. We don't have to go through that again. We both said Free Guy. Okay. And plus, yeah. Oh, man, this one's kind of hard because I can't think of any off the top of my head. But JLE Like Stuff on Instagram sent in, what are a few of your favorite movie quotes and why? Yeah, it's hard thinking quotes off the top of your head. I don't know.
Now that's pod racing.
Now this is pod racing. Yeah.
Fuck, I fucked that up.
Yeah, no, don't worry. Any prequel quotes, hit me up, because, I mean, I know them all. Like, I fucking love those movies, man. Oh.
There are so many quotes.
Any quotes from the Star Wars prequel trilogy?
I mean, based on like stuff I just watched recently, there's like some really good ones in Ghost in the Shell too. Like, that movie is just plaguing my mind lately. I fucking adore it. It's like there's one from Ghost in the Shell 2 that like hit me pretty hard recently, which was we weep for a bird's cry, but not for a fish's blood. Blessed are those with a voice.
Damn,
bro.
Yeah,
fucking deep.
I have a. All right. This, you're not gonna probably like where this quote came from, but it's such a badass quote. I mean, it is. But it is a quote, and you can't, like, look, you have to admit some good things did come out of this movie, even if it's, like, little moments. But it's a quote from X-Men Origins, okay? Hear me out. Yes, I know.
You've done it now.
No, but it's when, what does he say to him? Hang on, I gotta pull up the quote. Oh, this is so good. It's so good. So when, Victor Creed, Sabretooth is facing off, one of the many moments where he faces off with Wolverine in the movie, I just love this quote so much. It's so simple and so blunt, but it's so fucking cool. Is when he's like, Victor Creed, Sabretooth, is like, do you even know how to kill me? And Logan is like, I'm gonna cut your goddamn head off. See if that works. It's so fucking just like, fuck yeah. Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Isn't that just like, it's just so good.
So
like,
cool, man.
Dude,
shit.
Maybe me back in 2009 watching that in the theater, I was like, oh, yeah. Damn. But no, there's millions of quotes, man. Like, I don't know what to pick.
Yeah.
Literally any quote from Ex Machina, I'll just say that.
I'm just looking at, like, quotes from, like, rewatches that I've done recently. Well, there's the God. There's this one. Listen, something's come up, and I'm not just talking about my cock.
God damn.
I love it.
Oh, this is another great quote. It's from Ex Machina. It's from, Nathan, Oscar Isaac's character. It's, one day the AIs are going to look back on us the same way we look back at fossil skeletons on the plains of Africa. An upright ape living in dust with crude language and tools, all set for extinction.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's fucking great. Also, any quote from First Reformed. I mean, we can just get that out of the way right now.
Yeah.
Any quote from that. And any quote from Taxi Driver. I mean, that goes without saying. But
there's a really good moment in Drive as well that I really like, where he just goes to shake his hand and he's like, my hands are a little dirty. And he's like, so am mine. Like, it's like perfect, like, metaphorical dialogue right there. It's like, oh, I love it.
Yeah, it's great.
There's just one from Four Lions. You can fuck her, but you can't kill her? What's wrong with you?
Damn. I have to say this quote from Taxi Driver, and it's always stuck with me. It's always hit me. It's one of my favorite little narration moments in a movie ever. It is when he's like, so just picture Travis Bickle driving through the night, in New York in the rainy night. And he's just like, loneliness has followed me my whole life, everywhere, in bars, in cars, sidewalks, stores, everywhere. There's no escape. I'm God's lonely man.
Shit.
That's it. I just love that quote. Dude, it's so good. So that's always stuck with me for some reason.
That's deep.
It is deep.
It's real deep. You probably have never seen I'm Alan Partridge, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay. It's a show that I really love, and there's like the movie of it, Alan Partridge, Alpha Papa. It's just this one quote. Get rid of her, Lynn. She's a drunk and a racist. I'll tolerate one, but not both.
That's a good one. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Damn.
Anyway, let's move on.
Anyway, yeah. Next question is also from JLE Like Stuff. He said, choose one of your favorite directors to redo a favorite movie of yours by a different director. So basically, like one of your favorite movies, if you, I don't know, I guess had another director to do it instead of that one.
Wait, it has to be like a movie that is my favorite, but I want another director to direct it?
Apparently, like, if you had to choose one of your favorite movies to be directed by one of your other favorite directors who could also do it well, I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah. God, I should have thought about these ahead of time. I don't
know.
Yeah, I know it's hard. I'm just looking through my like favorite movies right now on Letterboxd. Like,
do you think Vince Gilligan could do Sicario?
Oh yeah, probably. Hell yeah, Breaking Bad, Sicario.
It's cartel shit.
It is. Yeah, probably. I think another. I guess I would say, even though I don't think The Shining should ever be redone, like, because it's perfect as it is. But if I was to get anybody else to do The Shining, I think Robert Eggers...
Mike Flanagan! Sorry.
No, Mike Flanagan's good, but I would not get him. I think Robert Eggers would be the perfect, like, Shining.
Yeah. He's a good mix of, like, great horror and artful, which I think what that would be.
Yeah. And
I just said Mike Flanagan because of Dr. Sleep.
Yeah. Paul Schrader for Shame. I don't know. I don't know.
Could work, yeah.
That could work. That'd be interesting.
I don't really have any more answers, honestly.
I mean, Gaspar Noé for Mandy. I don't know. Like, I'm just thinking, like, directors that have made
that could work.
Similar styles with these types of movies. Like, that's like psychedelic horror in a way. Like, that could work. I don't know.
I think it could work, yeah. That could definitely work.
Yeah.
I heard today when I woke up, and the Mandy director's doing something else coming soon.
Oh, really? Have you seen Beyond the Black Rainbow, one of his other movies?
Nope.
I have, and it's very weird. It's not as good as Mandy, but that's kind of... My expectations were so high, I guess, because we both love Mandy, I mean, so...
Mandy slaps.
It is fucking great. It's so good.
Was that Johan Johansson's last score?
It might have been.
I think it was.
Rest
in peace, Johan.
Yeah, that was a great score, too.
He also did the one for Sicario.
Oh, yeah, he did. Damn. Yeah, that's a hard question. I don't know. So, alright, next one. At SirTone_reviews, he asked, favorite childhood horror movies. What were some horror movies you remember seeing as a child?
I don't think I saw horror movies
as
a child. I remember, like, I was afraid of, like, the entire genre for a good while. And then I eventually watched a horror movie, and it's probably the first horror movie I ever watched, and that's The Woman in Black. I rewatched it recently. It's alright. It has, like, such a good atmosphere, I think. But, like, there's some just story moments and, like, very cheesy moments where it's just, like, not well done. But it has, like, some really good, like, moments of dread and all that. And really good, like, production design, too. I mean, I'd recommend it, but, like, don't expect, like, anything great, I suppose. It's just got very good atmosphere, and the strengths that it has are very good, I think. Yeah, but that was probably the first horror movie I watched, and I was probably, like, 15?
I guess, for me, and I don't know if this is true or not, but it's either between The Shining or Jaws. Those were one of the two first horror movies I saw. I don't remember how young I was, but... So I guess I would say one of those, but another one, this is probably for a lot of people, but Gremlins. I fucking loved Gremlins growing up. I mean, that's kind of a Christmas horror movie. I don't even know what you would call that, but... Yeah, those are the only ones I could think of, to be honest. I mean, I wasn't big into horror either growing up, but yeah. Next, I have from @movies that don't suck. He asked, "What's your guess for Best Picture?" And I guess this ties into a question that @Lauren Gibson sent in, which is, "Will you be watching the Oscars?" So, will you?
No.
Yeah, I think neither of us really care about the Oscars that much, probably, right?
I watched last year's ones for whatever reason, but that was the last straw. I just can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
I really can't. I don't care. Like, if the movies that I like get awards, that's great, but I don't think that should value or devalue them at all.
Exactly.
I've had enough of the Oscars. I really have.
I'm in the same boat. Like, it's fun to watch it because it's kind of like, I mean, it's kind of a big event. It's like the Super Bowl for movie fans. Like, it's a big...
I used to love watching it.
Yeah. It can be fun at times, but, like, you're right. It shouldn't, like, validate or, like, whatever affect somebody's opinion so much on a movie to where, like, it shouldn't mean as much as it actually does. Like, it's just something to watch if you like movies, I guess. So I'm going to watch it this year just because... I think...
Let me know, like, when you watch it, and I might even, like, call you and watch it with you and get drunk or something. That'd be great.
Well, but, I think it's this Sunday, so isn't it? Yeah, it's 2 days from now, this Sunday.
Oh, fucking hell.
At the time of recording this, so by the time this episode comes out, the Oscars will already have come out. But,
yeah.
By the time you guys are listening to this. But, so a couple days from now is the Oscars, and... I'm only going to watch it because me and Chandra's friend here in town, Tony, they have these movie nights and they're having like an Oscars party, so we're going to go to it. And I mean,
nice.
Yeah, but I'm not like super, like based on the hosts, I'm not excited for the host. I don't know why Amy Schumer is hosting the Oscars. Like, that's just, it's terrible.
I just don't care anymore. I'm done, man.
So
fuck the Oscars.
Yeah, fuck the Oscars. But
I just like
I don't know.
It became like so much of a political correctness marathon after a while.
I mean, so I'll watch it this Sunday, I guess. But I really don't care that much. I'm taking everything with a grain of salt. Like, if I was to say who I think is gonna be what he asked, Best Picture.
If The Power of the Dog wins, I'm gonna fucking jump out of my
See, and we didn't even discuss that, but that's too big of a discussion to get into right now, like, at this point. But, like, yeah. I mean, I liked it. You didn't like it as much, but that's fine. I'd be happy if that won, but I don't think it's going to. But between the Best Picture nominees, it's Belfast, Coda, Don't Look Up, Drive My Car, Dune. I know. Don't Look Up should not fucking be in there. But Dune, King Richard, Licorice Pizza, Nightmare Alley, Power of the Dog, and West Side Story. So
Drive My Car should win, but it probably won't.
You're right. It totally has a better chance of, like, it deserves more than a lot of these others to win, but it's totally not going to, especially after Parasite won both Best Picture and foreign international film. Like, I feel like that's not going to happen again for a while. As much as I enjoy Drive My Car,
everything feels like a political stunt. That's all it is.
Yeah, exactly. No, I agree. Like, the Oscars, for the most part, it feels so just like not genuine, like what they really think is the best picture, like what they want to win or whatever, you know? Like,
do you remember when they were gonna do that like whole popularity award or whatever the fuck it was, just so that they could give an award to Black Panther?
Oh God, really?
It's so sad. Like, it's just such sad shit.
Yeah.
It's like, it's so obvious what you're trying to do here. Just fucking award movies that deserve.
Yeah, like, I can't believe awards. That. Like, and to be honest, Black Panther is almost low tier Marvel for me, and I've seen it multiple times.
It's extremely low tier for me.
It is. It's not a bad movie.
I've seen it multiple times too.
Yeah.
It's so generic.
It's just very generic. There's nothing special about it, and so it's dumb. It's really that's why I don't take the Oscars as seriously anymore. But like, yeah, I guess I don't know.
Parasite was a good moment in the Oscars.
It was great.
Like, I'm glad that won.
Yeah, and I honestly I do. I guess if I was to compare, then yeah, I mean, I think Parasite is, for me, a way better film than Drive My Car. I still think Drive My Car is great, but it's not to Parasite level to me, so I don't think that's gonna win. But you're gonna hate me, but I'm just gonna say Power of the Dog. Just looking at these choices, the choices aren't that great, and I'm just like, but then again, I haven't seen some of them, so.
Yeah, I haven't seen Coda or Belfast, but I've heard that Belfast is just like extreme Oscar bait.
See, and I've seen a lot of people say that too, but like I have seen, it's like split. Some people think it's a complete Oscar bait. Another portion of people, like yesterday, when I watched X, then Chandra went and saw Belfast, and she gave it like a 9 out of 10. It hit her really hard to where like she fucking loved it. So people love it, but I mean, I don't know. It did look Oscar baity to me. I'm not gonna lie, but I just hope that shit like Dune or fucking Don't Look Up is not gonna win it. If that wins it, I've lost all faith in humanity.
If that won it, I'd lose my shit. I'd make a whole fucking rant.
I'll just say anything but Don't Look Up. Just anything but that. How about that?
Yeah, I'm gonna say anything but Don't Look Up or Power of the Dog. I'm still gonna get annoyed if that wins. I don't want Don't Look Up to win anything, ever. Is Don't Look Up nominated in Best Editing? Because if it is...
It is.
Oh my god.
Dude, and you know what? This brings a whole nother conversation. So the fact that... Is that the best type of editing... And look... People have probably said this, and it sounds probably pretentious, whatever, but the best type of editing is the editing that you don't notice. But that's true. You shouldn't have to notice editing for it to be good. And Don't Look Up had the most obvious editing to where it was so jarring and annoying.
The most noticeable editing I can think of in film is Edgar Wright style editing, and that should win stuff.
That's true. That's like a case of like really like it's very noticeable, but it's done well for whatever reason. Like, but yeah, Don't Look Up's editing.
Ugh.
It's terrible. I can't believe that was nominated for that. Oh my god.
Isn't it crazy that Suicide Squad has won an Oscar?
Wait a minute. Which Suicide Squad? The 2016?
2016.
For what?
Makeup, hairstyling.
Oh my god.
I still keep remembering that every now and then, and I'm like, wow, that movie won an Oscar. Anything's possible.
I actually can't believe that. I did not even... Wow. Alright.
It's fucking wild. I've just had enough of it, but sometimes I enjoy watching it just to see, like, all the people I like.
It's fun to watch, but I just take it all with a grain of salt at this point. I'm just like, whatever.
I mean, I think the worst one for me was the 2018 one. I fucking hated that one because it was so painful. Like, that was when the like politically correct shit was at like full fucking blast. It was like turned all the way up to 11. But also like the presenters at the start were like fucking, what's her name, fucking Amy Poehler and all that shit, and they were doing like the worst fucking jokes ever.
It's
and I was
cringy.
Like, stop.
I really wish the Oscars would just get better hosts and better jokes. Like, that's what you need. Like, it's so cringe. It's just so cringe.
Mm-hmm.
But
it is.
Anyway, yeah. I guess my last question here, and it ties more into X, because that's, you know, a good chunk of what we talked about. But at Film Forager, she asks, best slasher film that isn't a part of a franchise.
I haven't seen enough slasher movies. Could you count Green Room?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while since I've seen
it's
it.
Slasher-y.
It's been a while since I've seen it, to where if you think it's a slasher movie, then I'll count it, because I literally I forgot so much of that movie. I really did. It was good.
There's some crazy fucking kills in there, and like a lot of the brutality in that movie is so fucking ugh.
Yeah. We can count that. I mean,
I guess that's the majority of the film, really.
Yeah. For me, and even though this movie has had a reboot, it's been remade, I don't know if I could count it as a franchise, though, because it hasn't had any actual sequels. But the only slasher movie I could think of that is, like, great on its own slasher movie, it came out in 1981, My Bloody Valentine. That movie it's a very good slasher movie, like, that didn't get turned into a fucking franchise, like, as opposed to all these others. So, I don't know. If you're looking for a good slasher movie, check out My Bloody Valentine. It's a lot like Halloween, I guess, but it takes place on Valentine's Day instead of Halloween. I mean, it's not super fucking unique, but it's still a great movie to me. But
sounds fun.
It is fun. It's a fun movie. That, or there's this movie by Dario Argento called Deep Red. I would recommend that one as well. That's a great kind of slasher movie. Yeah. Those two movies, that's the only I could think of.
Gotcha. Anything else?
God, dude, I'm pretty buzzed right now. I'm pretty like
I don't think I am. I'm just sort of tired out of nowhere.
I think it's after talking for so much too. I'm getting like lightheaded, but I'm pretty buzzed.
Damn.
I'm gonna take a shower. I'm gonna take a nice cold shower and like eat something, and then I'll be ready.
Good shit. All right.
But anyway, well, I guess that was the last of the questions. So, like I said, if you want to reach out to us on our Instagrams, or I guess, where you can find us on social media, I am at Views by Quinn on Instagram, Letterboxd, Twitter, Music Board. What else? No, that's pretty much it.
Gmail. No.
No. Instagram and Letterboxd are the main things I use, so I will follow you back if you follow me on one of those. But
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Movies Music Me on Instagram, YouTube. Letterboxd is movies_music_me. Movies Music Me 97 on Twitter. Movies Music Me on Music Board. Yeah. We don't want to do like song recommendations for this episode, do we?
If you don't want to, we could save it for the next. Yeah.
That's all good.
Yeah.
This is a messy episode, but I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, we talked about a lot of shit, and
rate us on Spotify, please, or Apple Podcasts if you enjoy us. Give us 5 stars, give us 1 star, as long as you're honest and as long as you rate us.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, we'd appreciate it very much.
We appreciate it, and I think that's it. So
say the thing.
Fuck it. Bye. Oh, I have to say the thing. Oh man.
You have to say the thing.
All right.
Bye.
Peace out,
bye,
bitches.
bye,
Why is this
bye.
my outro? I don't know anymore. Bye.